guys, hope you're doing fine. My name is Nishant and we are at day 29th of May Lead Coding Challenge. Let's look into our question. Course schedule. There are a total of num courses you have to take labeled from 0 to num courses minus 1. Some courses may have prerequisites. For example, to take course 0, we have to first take course 1, which is expressed as a pair 0, 1. Given a total number of courses and a list of prerequisite pairs, is it possible to finish all courses? Okay, let's look at example 1. The total number of courses are 2 and the prerequisites are 1, 0. So to take course 1, you should have finished course 0 and there are no other prerequisites. Okay, so it is possible to finish all the courses. You can complete course 0 and now you can complete course 1. Okay, let's look at example 2. Prerequisites are 1, 0 and 0, 1. So to finish course 1, you have to complete course 0, and to finish course 0, you have to complete course 1. So there are no possible answer or a way to finish all the courses, since each of the courses are interdependent on the other one. Okay, so let's look at how we solve this. So let's consider total number of our courses are 4, labeled from 0 to 3. And there are our prerequisites. To finish course 1, we have to take course 0. To finish course 2, we have to take course 0. To finish course 3, we have to take course 1. So and to finish course 3, we have to take course 2. So we can consider all the courses as the vertices of a graph, and whatever be the prerequisites be the directed edge over the graph. Okay, to take course 1, now we have to complete course 0. Okay, so what we have to do to check if it is possible to cover all the courses or not, we just check if there should not be any cycle in the graph. Okay, so if a cycle is present in a graph, it depicts that all the courses are interdependent on each other. Okay, so in this graph there is no cycle, so here it is possible to finish all the courses. As we can see, we can complete course 0 first. Now we can complete any of the courses from 1 or 2. Let's say we complete course 1 now, and now we can do course 2, and after 2 we can complete course 3. Okay, so this is how we can finish all the courses. Okay, so this ordering is also known as a topological sort of this graph. Okay, so a topological sort only exists if the graph is acyclic. Okay, if it is a DAG, directed acyclic graph. Okay, let's look at another example. Here are our prerequisites and here are our graph. Since a cycle exists, there is no way to complete all the courses. Okay, so we just need to find if there exists any cycle in the graph or not. Okay, let's code this now. So we will store our graph in an adjacency list, and let v be the number of vertices. In our problem, it is the number of courses. So what we do is we do a depth first search on the graph and just check if there exists any cycle or not. So define a function is cycle, which will take the node of the graph. We check if let's create a visited array to keep track of all the visited nodes. So we check if the node is visited. Okay, node is visited when the value that particular node in the visited array is 1. Okay, we simply return true. Okay, and if it is not visited, that is it's still 0, we mark it as visited now. Okay, so now we visited, and now we go on a depth first search for its neighbors. Okay, in that is the adjacency list of that particular node. Okay, we do it for is cyclic neighbor, and if there exists a cycle, we simply return true. Else what we do, we mark this visited node as 2. So why are we marking it as 2? Suppose we are in the recursion call of a cyclic function, and suppose if a particular node we encountered is already visited. Okay, so that will have value 1, and if it is coming for the second time, or the third time, or the fourth time, that means a cycle exists there. Okay, so a node can only appear more than once in our recursion calls if there exists a cycle only. Okay, that is why we put it to 2, since if it appears more than once, that means there is a cycle, and we return false here. Okay, so now what we do is we do it for all the vertices in range. We start from 0, as the course label is start from 0 and go to v-1, that is num courses -1. We check if cycle, like let's say cycle here, and we do it for node. So if there is cycle, we just return false here, and if there exists, first we have to check if the node is visited or not. Okay, so we check if node equals 0, then only we will visit this. Okay, and in the end, if there is no cycle, we simply return true. Okay, so let's run this, and for this it's true. Let's also check for our second example also, and let's just run code, and true, it's returning true. Whether it's expected is false. So okay, should return true. Okay, we haven't appended the edges. We forgot to append the edges in the graph. Okay, so we do this dot append. Remember, the edge goes from 1 to 0. So if we consider the first value as u and the second value as v, so the edge goes from v to u. So we append v as the key and u as the value in its adjacency matrix. Okay, now let's check for it. So true false, let's submit it. Okay guys, it's accepted. Link for the code is in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.